Okay, here we are back again with more Mass Effect 2.
In other news, the human colony on the horizon has been attacked.
Oh yeah?
Another in a series of human failures to colonize worlds deeper in the galaxy.
Oh, Batarian.
The attacks on Batarian slave traders or raptor pirates. No one has come forward to claim responsibility, rendering those theories weak and groundless. A message for those who carried out the attack on the helpless human colony. Well done. Don't give those upstarts a moment to breathe.
Oh, Batarian propaganda. Okay, so as you can see, we're still on Omega. And there's a guy here.
Shepard's supposed to be dead.
But I'm here.
Greetings. I was hoping you'd come by. I'm
You
Ish,
were?
and this is Cell. You look like a good person to know.
Can I help you?
You need something?
Well, if you'd be so kind, I hoped you might consider a proposition. I need skilled, trustworthy people to take care of a little business for me. Nothing illegal, of course, but it's paying work.
About Ish.
What kind of business do you do?
Important business. So important that, with your help, we can change Omega.
And how would we do that?
What do you mean, we can change Omega?
Well, I didn't want to say anything.
Oh,
but
yeah?
certain people here have business deals with people throughout the galaxy.
Like Arya?
If we were to have information involving those deals, we could make some ripples around here. That's all I'll say.
So you're gonna try to undermine Arya's business is what you're saying. Well, what do you
I'm
need?
listening.
I'm in the information business, specifically the buying and selling of privileged material. It's nothing illicit. I just need someone to pick up packages in certain locations and bring them to me here.
Yeah, I need more info than that.
What's your angle?
No angle. I'm a simple businessman. What do you say?
Well, I'm gonna do this because you never know, it could be useful.
I can do that.
My contacts use specific drop points. I need you to look outside Merib's shop on the Citadel and inside Eternity on Ilium. Look around for anything that might hold a data package and bring those packages to me. Good luck, my friends.
Okay, we can probably do that. I mean, you know, it's not too far out of our way. We need to go to Ilium and the Citadel. They're big, well-populated areas. And then we maybe don't necessarily have to give that stuff back to Ish. We could probably, you know, give it to Arya instead if we wanted to do that. That is one hell of a space station, though, man. It's like a giant squid in space. It's probably time to go check out my fishies.
For you, Commander.
Yeah, thank you. We also probably talk to Samara, since we finished her loyalty mission just now. But I should probably feed my fish. The one fish that I actually have in my tank right now. Because they keep dying. I could probably also do some codex if I wanted, but let's look at the messages. There aren't any. Alright. We should probably do some upgrades. As we have some upgrades available again. Extended fuel cells, 50% fuel capacity, plus 50%. Engine refitted with Heat Industries designed Helios thruster module. Sure, let's do it. Not that one, this one. No, not that one, this one. Weapon upgrades. Let's do some assault rifle damage, sure. Anything? Nope. That's about it. Okay, cool. Let me go talk to, Samara. Let's go talk to Samara. At the very least. It's always good to talk to people after their loyalty missions are complete.
Morinth haunted my dreams and waking hours equally. For the first time in 400 years, I am free. I am a ruined vessel of sorrow and regret, but I am free. It is not a feeling I can describe.
Ouch. Price of freedom.
Was it worth it?
It was never a question of worth, but of need. I had to take the action I did, as did she. This was never a story that would have a happy outcome.
Your feelings.
You did your duty. What about your feelings?
One of my daughters is dead. My hopes, my dreams were all bound up in my children. Still, my feelings have always come after my duty. The same is true of you.
I guess. Feelings about Morinth.
You said that Morinth was a monster. But she was still your daughter.
She was the strongest and smartest. She would not accept the injustice thrust upon her. She fought to the end. I am so proud of her, Shepard.
Is that a little hypocritical?
Killed her for being what she was.
And I would again. But I also know what it means to leave everything behind and fight. Do you realize that she went on the run at the age of 40? I do not know human years well, but it is very young for Asari.
Yeah, well, okay, think about this. We met Liara when she was 106, and she was supposedly, like, just barely into adulthood when we met her, so she's probably the equivalent of an 18 or 19-year-old at 106. So if Morinth went on the run at the age of 40, she was probably roughly the equivalent of, like, 12. That's pretty harsh, man. That's pretty harsh. So what now?
What will you do now that Morinth is gone?
Assuming I survive your mission, I am a Justikar. Injustice still exists, and perhaps even other Ardatyakshi.
Prevention.
There's no way to correct the condition Morinth had?
We are an advanced species, but we don't have magic.
Yet.
When the trait manifests at maturity, it is too late for mitigation. It only occurs in purebloods like myself. Perhaps that is the root of the stigma regarding Asari-exclusive pairings. I don't know.
Rarity.
I thought Yakshi were extremely rare.
Asari have spread to many worlds. There are remote regions with no government oversight. If I travel to those worlds and they do exist, I will find them.
Okay. What is it about genetic destiny of the Asari? I don't even know what that is.
Morinth claimed that her condition was the future of the Asari race.
Morinth would say anything that served her cause.
That's a good point.
Ardatyakshi are sterile, Shepard.
Ah, well,
that wouldn't be a
changes
particularly viable future for my people.
That is a good point. So, no retirement?
You don't want to settle down?
I did. I returned to my homeworld and tried to start a family. I will fight and struggle all my life. That is my fate. When I die, it will not be in bed. I am at peace with that.
Aw, don't be fatalistic.
You still control the direction of your life.
I have chosen this path. I truly am at peace. Due in no small part to you.
Well, okay. I don't know what's that glowy blue orb you've got there. I want to be able to do that. Why can't I do that? Even if I was biotic, I wouldn't be able to do that. Why can't I do that? I want to do that, you guys. Let's see what Zaid has to say. Actually, he's in starboard cargo, I believe. There's surveillance cameras. That looks like Gardner, Master Sergeant Gardner. There's the drive core. There's the sleeping pods leading to Garrus's gunnery. There's the CIC. There's more of the CIC. Mess hall. Random hallway. Crew quarters. Joker. AI core. Med bay. And Master Sergeant Gardner. Sweet. Hey, look at Zaid. We haven't really talked to Zaid very much.
Thinking about past missions. Got a minute? You might learn something.
Sure. What have we got here? Blood pack helmet.
Beauty, isn't it? Pried that off the Krogan warlord, Kazak. Used to run the blood pack out of Omega about 17 years ago.
Sweet.
Wasn't even a job. The guy just thought he'd hijack a freighter I was hitchhiking on. Big mistake.
I goaded Gizak into one-on-one combat. Took out his legs, grabbed his gun, and killed every blood-packed bastard in the room. That was the most beaten Krogan I've ever seen. Kept a helmet to remind me of that pained expression.
Okay, fair enough. Ooh, ship model. I want that. Can I have that? Can I take it, put it in my case? I got a case for it. There's a spot for it and everything.
Oh yeah, that's a model of the Veracon. Turian frigate. Hell of a ship. I led a mission to bring that thing down from the inside with just 5 men and whatever guns we could bring. No chance of success, but we did it. Everyone died but me.
Wow.
So I made out like a bandit. My first impossible mission as an independent contractor. There's been many since, but nothing so goddamn sweet as watching that Turian warship crash planet-side.
Wow. Yeah, he's pretty badass and hardcore. I think those are possibly his cigarettes. And definitely his knives. Oh, here's a rifle.
Hey, don't touch. That rifle's older than you are.
Are you sure?
Call her Jesse.
Jesse,
That's
of
my
course.
lucky charm. More men have been killed with that gun than died in the Skillian Blitz.
Jeez.
The day I laid her to rest was the saddest day of my life. I give up every weapon I own for one more mission with that shitty old rifle.
It's only the true badass mercs who name their guns, right? Sort of like Jane Cobb.
Tough fight on Horizon.
You're right.
I fought slavers and kidnapping rings, but nothing like that. Some slavers took a little girl on a colony in the Skepsis system. Girl woke up, fought her way out, got picked up by my band well on her way to Omega. 8 years old.
Wow.
She'd have had no chance on Horizon.
It's true.
Collectors and Protheans. It's all above my pay grade. I'm more used to putting down rebellions, tracking down bastards who didn't pay their gambling debts. Still, even I know a galaxy-shaking revelation when I hear one. Makes fighting land wars for pay seem small time.
I imagine it makes most things seem pretty small time, hearing out that the collectors are actually repurposed Protheans.
I should let you go. Talk more later, Shepard.
Fair enough, Zaid. I do wish that we could, actually have proper conversations with the DLC companions. It's one of the things that kind of disappointing about Mass Effect 2, because all the companions are really, really great characters, They're all really awesome. They have great backgrounds. They have great stuff about them. Really interesting tidbits to learn about them. Fantastic personalities. But Zaid and Kasumi, despite being, really great characters in their own right, you really can never have much of a proper conversation with them outside of their actual DLC missions, which is really kind of sad. I wish that you could have some conversations with them, on the ship, where you can just sit around and talk. So here's our garbage compactor. This is amazing. This is one of those little details that's just super fun. Let's eject the garbage and watch it go. And you can even see it go out the window there. God bless this game. I still would prefer to have actual conversations with my DLC companions to this, but it's still pretty funny. And there she goes. I mean, there's already a lot of garbage in space, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Let's go see if Kasumi has anything new for us, actually. Tally and Jack won't, because we haven't done their loyalty missions yet. We'll get to them. I swear to God, we'll get to them. Eventually, but I need a few episodes to run around the galaxy again. She's in port observation. Kasumi?
Hey, got a minute?
I already did these.
The word is that Garrus really likes you.
Yeah.
I can never tell with Turians.
Aw.
I think you should go for it. A lot of people want to see you two together.
What do you mean by a lot of people? What's entailed with a lot of people? Is it just you, Kasumi? Are you just a friend shipper? Is that what you're doing? You're just shipping all your friends?
Jacob deserves better than a father like that. I probably would have wanted to shoot him too.
Yeah,
It must have been really hard for Samara to ask you to help kill her own daughter. She told
Yeah.
me she really appreciated your help.
Aw, that's great.
As hardcore as she is, I'm not sure she could have done it without you.
Probably not.
Come back later. I'm sure I'll have more to talk about.
Okay. Hey, let's have a drink. Oh yeah, purple. I like the purple ones. Let's drink. Knock it back, Shep. Knock it back. It's been a long day. You deserve it. You deserve it. Let's try a little of the red now. Just for funsies. Just to mix things up a little. You know how it goes. Let's knock it back too. Alright. And now the ship is tilting dangerously on its axis. Amaze balls. Well, now where to? There's Thane in there, but I'm not sure I want to talk to anybody else. So let's look at the codex and see if we have any interesting codex to look at. None of the primary ones. We'll do those in a little bit. Publications. Oh, that's right, because I bought a copy of Fornax. Launched in 2167, Fornax magazine described itself as the galaxy's finest xenophilia. By its 5th year, Fornax became the first human magazine to offer full 5-sensory stimulation, a previously unaffordable magazine technology made profitable by the economy of scale. With a monthly publishing run of 127 million available in both in hard copy and direct download, Fornax offers a range of alien models with particular emphasis on the unisexual Asari, although both genders of Quarians, Drell, Batarians, and Volus are regularly depicted. Specialty editions, such as Genet Elcor and Krogasm, service devoted but smaller markets. And yet they managed to get some tentacles on the cover of that thing. Okay, fair enough. So, naturally, the having sex with aliens thing is alive and well in the 22nd century, which I strongly appreciate. I can go for that. Not sure Shep's into that. Not sure she'd be into that. I don't think she would generally consider herself an alien lover, per se. I would say that Garrus is probably the exception that proves the rule. In the sense that she wouldn't go for, she doesn't go for him because he's a Turian. She goes for him because he's her best friend and the person she trusts most in the entire world. It really doesn't have anything to do with his species. Oh, this is about the fuel things that we just bought. Helios thruster module. Intended for next-generation fighter craft, the Heed Industries Helios thruster module propulsion system far outpaces the typical liquid hydrogen-liquid oxygen reactions that power a frigate's maneuvering thrusters. By using metastable metallic hydrogen, the Helios boasts a fuel that burns at far greater efficiency than liquid H2O2. Navigators can execute the numerous small course corrections inherent to any long-distance travel without fear of exhausting the ship's fuel supplies. This net gain extends to forward impulse as well. A ship powered by antiprotons can coast temporarily using the Helios to reach an inferior but highly sustainable speed. Such efficiency lowers antiproton consumption, a constant concern for any warship. When a Helios-propelled ship must refuel, however, it typically relies on a large carrier or nearby planetary factory to synthesize the metallic hydrogen. This process uses extremely dense mass effect fields to create the metal under pressures of over 1 million Earth atmospheres, an activity most safely done while planetside. While that process may seem like a drawback compared to skimmer ships that can gather hydrogen and oxygen from anywhere in the universe, the combat superiority of the Helios' maneuvering capabilities is often a worthwhile trade-off. The same efficiency that allows for microburn course correction can power rapid bursts of motion. Once a pilot becomes used to the ship's new energetic responses, she can easily put the ship wherever and at whatever angle she desires. Fair enough. So now we're down to, once again, the only codex entries we still have are related to DLC we haven't completed yet, which is fine. We'll do those, as I continually say. We'll do those a little later. Do I have some leveling to do? I can probably... let's upgrade Cryoblast. Let's see. The blast potency and freeze duration are equal to advanced cryogenic weapons. Cryo weapons spray effect is engineered to maximize your chances of freezing at multiple targets. Actually, I think I'm going to do the multiple one. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, sweet. So this is probably a little bit shorter of an episode, but I wanted to get it out there, talk to Samara, run around the ship a little bit, and take care of some things. And then in the next episode, we'll probably go ahead and do some more galaxy exploration, which is always fun. Before dealing with the next quest in our mission log, which will probably be Jax, because she's been waiting a very long time and very patiently for us to do her loyalty mission. All of these guys have been waiting very patiently and for quite a while. Zaid probably the longest, since he was technically the first companion we picked up, and we got his loyalty mission when we first picked him up. But I'll probably, you know, as I've been sort of doing through the course of this game, sort of alternating between planetary exploration and talking to companion characters and doing sort of loyalty missions and sort of the main story type missions. I try to keep a balance of, you know, doing that instead of doing all of one and then all of the other, so that there's enough going on of interest in every episode that it keeps people's attention. So I hope that's working for everyone here who's viewing this. And you know, as always, if you have feedback, you can always drop me a line. I'm happy to take feedback. But also, you know, it's like I'm sort of making the Let's Plays that I would personally like to watch myself. And this is sort of how I like to do it. This is sort of how I like to play the game as well, because I sort of like to alternate between loyalty missions and exploration and chit-chat and just sort of running around and buying things. So, yeah. As always, if you like what you see, please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode. Later.